Alrighty, I'm here with HunterShank. Thank you so much for joining me. Going in the 5th round to Kraken. Now, your name was mentioned a few times earlier. A lot of people were surprised you were still on the board. How does it feel going a little bit later in the 5th round than you would expect? Does that give you a chip on the shoulder? Any energy coming into the new season?
Just kind of trying to keep on what I was doing last season. Just keep the momentum going. Just kind of help whatever team I went to. Going later, a little surprising, but gives me a little bit of leverage as kind of a sleeper pick going into the season.
Absolutely, and that's always exciting to do. And you've gotten to see these rosters and how they're fleshed out and having, coming into the new season now, and you've got a little bit of experience. Is there anyone standing out to you, any rosters that are looking particularly deadly?
Definitely the Screaming Eagles having that first overall pick.
Mm-hmm.
That roster looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But, it looks like a pretty even playing field. You got a lot of guys in here.
Lots of talent. Absolutely.
Depending on how everyone meshes and the chemistry, you'll see how the season goes.
I think the sleeper pick that you kind of mentioned earlier is a really good aspect here, and there's a lot of talent. Is there anyone still on the board that you're surprised? Is there anyone that you think, like, wow, how is that guy not drafted?
Honestly, I would say probably half the Discord server.
I'm sure they would agree with you.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in there. It's hard to kind of name specifics.
No problem. Another question we've been asking a lot of the guys is just to tell us a little bit about your game. Like, what do you do well? What do you excel at? Is there anything that you're super amped to show off this year?
Definitely big on poke checks and then kind of moving the puck up the ice.
Mm-hmm.
Typically to that right defense spot.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of try and quarterback the power play a little bit and just keep the puck moving well. Keep you guys out of the offensive zone.
That's good. And quarterbacking power play is really communicating on the ice. Do you find that that's one of your strong suits? Are you excited to do that with this team?
Yeah, definitely one of the things I'm better at. Sometimes I get to call a little bit up the ice, but pretty good at recovering.
That's good too. Is there anything that you've worked on over the off season? Is there anything that you're trying to work on as the year progresses?
Oh, definitely positioning. First few weeks here, I was definitely big on trying to get the big hit, trying to set the tone early, which forced me out of position, but worked on that. Got my positioning down now, big poke checks, full body here or there.
Do you find there's any mentors in the league or any of these guys with high IQ that you're learning a lot from?
Definitely Dutch on the Blue Demons, or Y was a big one when I played with him early.
Absolutely. One last thing here. Obviously, being drafted by a pretty impressive team resume. Is there any goals for the season? What are the expectations for you and for the team?
Definitely just continue on past success, Strong roster coming into this, just kind of hoping I can come in and help as much as possible.
All right, I've got one last question for you, Hunter, just before we go. Anything you want to say to all the teams that passed you up? 5th round, the big name. Anything you want to let these guys know before I let you go?
Don't come down that right side.
You heard it. There you go. Don't come down that right side. He's waiting for you. He's going to lay the wood. All right, well, thank you so much, Hunter, for your time. Really appreciate having you on. We'll see you on the ice.